We are just a couple hours away from the WNBA bringing on a potential new face of the league as they're trying to capitalize on the viewership boom that they've seen there since Caitlin Clark started playing. We're talking about Paige Bueckers. There she is, fresh off her 20-point-per-game Player of the Year season. Of course, that national title for UConn, too. She's been on the cover of basketball magazines basically since middle school. And any mock draft you're going to see will have Bueckers right at the top. #1 overall to the Dallas Wings. But her coronation may mask a bigger issue for the WNBA, money. Bueckers just inked a deal with a league that a lot of pros play in during the offseason that will pay her more in 1 year than the Wings will during her entire 4-year rookie deal. Yasmin Voussoughian is live for us in Midtown Manhattan, where the draft's going to be. Yas, what's so interesting are the numbers here, right? Because where's your basketball? I need you to have like full prop situation. Talk money, though, because this is a big issue for the WNBA.
I asked my producer why she didn't bring a ball so I could be spinning on my finger when you came to me. I was hoping they would draft a 40-something-year-old, I should say, phenom outside the draft so I can show my skills. No, but you're right, Hal, right? They talked about the numbers. It's all about the numbers, right? Paige Bueckers is this phenom, the real phenom, the true phenom, coming off this huge UConn win, right? That proposed what seems to be the #1 draft pick. But then you're thinking about the disparity here. You think about the folks that are lining up behind me, all the people that are watching the WNBA now, 300+ jump in viewers when you're talking about the All-Stars, the season, the draft, all for 2024. So then you think, okay, well then how much are these women actually getting paid? Is it lining up with all the fans that are showing up for these ladies? And the answer is full stop, no. Paige Bueckers, for instance, right? If, in fact, she gets this deal, she's the #1 draft pick. On this first season, she could be looking at $350,000 deal over 4 years. It's $120,000 on average per year, compared to an off-season deal she just inked in a 3-on-3 league where she's making $350,000 in her very first year. So she's making more money in this off-season deal in this 3-on-3 league than she would be making over 4 years in signing with the WNBA. And just in comparison, Hal, when you compare it to the NBA, #1 draft pick last year, $57 million over 4 years. Compare that to $350 for Paige Bueckers.
The WNBA, would argue there's an apples to orange comparison here just because of viewership numbers for the NBA.
Sure.
But there's another distinction, too, which is the sort of like international sort of recruiting, if you will, or development, if you will, the way that the NBA has, that the WNBA has seemed to have struggled with. Talk us through that.
Yeah, so you got Wemby, you got Giannis, you got Luka, right? Those are huge international stars. In the NBA and the WNBA kind of had this rule in the books essentially saying, we want to put all of our efforts into, promotional efforts into, we want to build up American stars, right? Well, now it seems like they're making the jump, and you can add to that list of the Wembys and the Giannis's and the Lukas, a Malanga, Dominique Malanga. She's a French player. She's 6'6", just a giant, 19 years old, likely the #2 WNBA pick. So it really seems like here how the WNBA getting into the international game as the NBA is as well.
So interesting. Yasmin Voussoughian. Yas, give me like a jump fade thing on the way out. Just wrap us up. Boom. Drafter. League. That's Yasmin Voussoughian.
It's all about the underhand, Hal. It's all about the underhand.
Love you so much. Let's get on a court sometime soon. Appreciate you. Yas, thanks.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.